Hi, James.
Hey Barb, how are you?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm doing good.
Good. So I just wanted to talk to you today. I know you are a local Montgomery County small business owner, and I think more today than any other time, we really want to, you know, make people aware about our small businesses and buy local and hire local and do everything we can to support all the small businesses that we can. And I'm really happy to talk to you because I know you have built a business from the ground up and you've got a pretty cool backstory. And so I'm excited to talk to you today.
Yes, thank you for your time today. I appreciate
Yeah.
this.
So let's just start out. Why don't you tell us the name? I know that you are James Hoult. You're the president of JKM Lawn Care.
Yes.
And so why don't you go ahead and tell us a little bit about your business?
So we started the business in April of 2007, and it's basically right now it's me and my brother Carl. So it's the J and the K of the JKM,
Hmm.
and then I had the thought of having my brother Mike involved as well, and he is involved now. He helps us when he can, but he does have another full-time responsibility.
Hmm.
So we've been in business for 13 years, and we have 10 people that work for us right now.
Mm, good, nice. So your focus is lawn care. What areas are you mostly working in?
So our main focus is lawn maintenance,
Hmm.
lawn and property maintenance. And the areas we're in Lafayette Hill, we're in Bluebell, Plymouth Meeting, Norristown, which includes East and West Norton,
Hmm.
Audubon, Trooper, Eagleville, and then we go up further. We're up to Schwanksville, Trapp, Collegeville, Royersford, Limerick, and Linfield.
Wow. So you guys, that's a big area. That's great.
Yeah, so we're basically mowing lawns and taking care of the property maintenance 3 days a week, and then the other days we're trying to do jobs and other larger projects.
Okay. So have you had already had a busy spring?
It's been pretty busy. Sales are down this year,
Mm.
and that's really in part due to no winter. So
Okay.
when I'm looking year to year sales, we are down. It's down about 15%. The majority of that is from no snow removal services in the winter.
Oh, I see. Okay. So, well, hopefully we'll have less rain and you can just get at all those lawns and all those projects.
We're trying. I mean, right now we have about 165 active customers.
Uh-huh.
So we're cutting anywhere from between 120 to probably that 165 lawns a week.
Mm-hmm.
And then trying to get the jobs in between that too.
Yeah. Well, one thing I know about you, James, well, I've known you probably 20 years.
Yes.
And one thing I know, I think you were in high school when I met you. One thing I know about you is you have a really incredible work ethic. So why don't you talk about where you went from high school and how you ended up here today.
Okay. Well, I graduated from Norristown High School in 2000. Then I went to, at the time, it was called Philadelphia University.
Mm-hmm.
It was the former Textiles, and now it's called Jefferson. So went there for 4 years with an undergraduate concentration in finance and accounting. And initially it was entrepreneurship, but I switched to finance with a minor in accounting. And I took a couple MBA courses in the time that I was there, but I graduated in 4 years, and yeah, that was that. And then I ended up working for corporate America for 12 and a half years.
Mm-hmm.
So before I graduated college, I was accepted to work for a company called Ferguson Enterprises, and I started out in New Jersey, and I was there for about 9 months. Then I was transferred to North Carolina, was down there for 2 years, and then I came back to the Pennsylvania area to finish out my 7 years with them.
Mm.
And then I went to a company called Certainteed, and I worked for them for 5.5 years. And I was a credit manager, corporate credit manager in both capacities.
Okay. So what was the determining factor that made you want to leave corporate America and run this business full time?
Well, I mean, all during this time. So in 2007, that was actually when I came back from North Carolina. And that's when I decided to open the business or officially incorporate the business. I've been doing this since I was 7 years old with my dad. And I decided that it was time to take it to the next level and become a legit organization. And that's what we did. 2007, we incorporated and we started moving forward. So I was still working. I had a full-time job. My brother had a full-time job. But nights we were cutting lawns here and there.
Yeah.
And then the business just started evolving.
Yeah.
And it's continuing to evolve now, 13 years later, but we're only 4 years full time. So we're still in the growing phase.
Okay. Well, you've got a great background for entrepreneurship with your finance, your accounting, and your I guess some of those entrepreneurial classes, or you've got that entrepreneurial spirit anyway. I think you've always did.
Yeah, I did. I mean, even in college, I had done several co-ops in college. I had worked for an accounting firm, and I did some nonprofit organizational work. So they were all good foundational building blocks for what we do now.
So I got to ask, do you miss corporate America?
Not at all.
And that's why you're doing what you're doing.
Exactly. I work for myself now, and there are different stresses. I was definitely stressed out in corporate America, but now the stresses are all mine, and the decisions are all mine.
Yeah.
So I can only be mad at myself if I make a bad decision.
So how do you feel that everything in your background translates to how you serviced your clients in your business today?
I mean, one of the things that we talk about integrity, we talk about work ethic, we talk about honesty, and there are some of the things that we do every day. And, I don't think we get away from those three principles, I guess you could call them. And we've had clients for a long time. Some of our clients have been with us longer than we've actually been incorporated. So that means that they were probably from my dad's tenure.
Yeah.
And, they're still along with us, maybe just because it's the family thing or they knew us from growing up. A lot of these people remember me as a kid.
Right.
They remember me as a kid pulling weeds in their little, garden beds or picking up sticks on their lawn. And they're like, wow, look at you now. And I'm like, yeah, I'm still doing the same things.
But if you weren't good at it and you weren't servicing them correctly, you wouldn't be doing it for them anymore. So having long-term clients speaks a lot to how you're treating your clients.
Yeah, we try to take care of everybody and try to treat them with respect as much as we can. And some things are out of our control, but we try to avoid getting ourselves into situations that could cause problems.
Yeah. Great. So I'm going to ask you a question. Maybe you haven't thought about it, but in a perfect world, who would be your dream client?
We have several great clients. I'll call them great clients right now.
Yeah.
And probably one of my best clients is an attorney. So he's a very busy individual, and his property is a decently priced property. I would say, anywhere from $350,000 to $500,000 property. He wants it to look good, but he doesn't want to have to micromanage us at all. He's busy enough with everything that he does. So he trusts us to maintain his property in the way that he wants it done.
Right.
And there's never a complaint. There's rarely ever any interaction, which is fine with me. And he's ecstatic with our service and has been with us for, I think, 7 years now.
Yeah, I hear you. So he sticks to the lawyering and he lets the experts in lawn care stick to what they do best and
That's exactly right.
doesn't micromanage the situation.
No.
Yeah, excellent. Before we end, James, is there anything that you'd like to add?
I guess I know we had
Oh,
talked
we
about
do
this.
need to talk about how to contact you.
Yes.
Best way to contact you.
Everybody, if they want to, they can check us out on Facebook. We're on Facebook, so it's just JKM Lawn Care. And there's also our website, which is jkmlawncare.com.
Okay, great. And you're taking new clients and you're growing and you're,
We definitely are. We'd love to have clients in our, in our existing areas or on our existing routes. That would be great. So we look at each one, I guess, case by case basis. We do get some random requests, but we do look at all of them and we, go from there.
yeah. Well, excellent. Well, thank you so much. Have a great spring and summer.
Okay.
And we will be talking to you soon.
All right. Thanks. It was great talking to you.
You too, James. Take care.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.